Speaking of that, let's go ahead and dive right in. I know there is story bits, so I might be a little bit lost on shit since I didn't get to the end of Babylonia, so I might be a little bit lost on things, but we'll deal with it. Wonderfully done, caster. We've eliminated all 6 of the other masters. We've won the Holy Grail War. Once I use my command spell to make you kill yourself, the ceremony will be complete. Greater Grail will be filled with the souls of 7 servants, and the magical reactor core used to reach the root will activate. Good job, Azure. Nice. Time to see if you get Merlin. And then the third magic shall finally take form. The third magic is a materialization of souls. Humanity shall escape the shackle of a physical body, be released from all suffering caused by its limitations, and advance to a new stage. You're sacrificed for that purpose. Sure you understand, caster. Not in agreement. Humanity's salvation and growth were not the tasks given to me. The humans of that era wanted to grow. I had no reason to stop them, just as it was during my life. I simply did what was required of me. In the Fuyuki Holy Grail War, there would be no servant survivors. All servants were to be eliminated. Even I, the victor, was fated to commit suicide, compelled by my master's command spell. Oh, that was a joke. I'm kidding, caster. Sorry. Got overexcited. I have no intention of offering my meritorious partner to the Greater Grail. I won't use my command spells either. They wouldn't work on you anyway. You understand? I'll not activate the Greater Grail. The third magic means nothing to me. I can't wait to actually get Casco. Yeah, basically. I don't know. Is he in the general pool already? As the head of the Atmosphere family and chairman of the Astromancy division, I must reach the root in my own unique way. Preposterous to ask me to rely on other mages' theories. The miracle proposed by the Einsburn family, the materialization of souls and the growth of humanity. I have no intention of being part of such fantasies. That was an unexpected development. Marsbury didn't realize it. That was the first and last time he would ever tell a joke. It surprised me most, though, how much his thoughts deviated from what I myself had seen. I asked him, then what do you desire? I'm only after the Grail's ability to grant wishes, and my wish is clear. It's the completion of Chaldeus. Truth is, the one at Chaldea is still the prototype. It was built to satisfy sponsors. Sure, it functions as an Earth model, but it's far from being complete. Just like this Greater Grail caster. The theory is complete, but the all-important fuel to power it is lacking. Greater Grail requires the souls of heroic spirits, but my Chaldeus needs something more realistic. To power the Chaldeus, I would need to take over power plants that could generate enough electricity for an entire country, for no less than 6 months even. Essentially, I need a budget that could fund an entire nation. The only asset I have are my precious offshore oil ring, Seraphics, and a French nuclear reactor I managed to buy the other day. That's not nearly enough. Simply put, I need more funds. That's fine. Laugh at my absurdity and shallowness if you so wish. Despite the divine greatness that is the Greater Grail, I seek from it neither eternal life nor the root itself. What I want is a giant pile of money. Marsbury told me to laugh, but there was nothing funny about it. Creating a miracle was his life's work. It wasn't something he could get someone or something else to do for him. Instead, he asked for the time it would take to complete his task to be shortened, probably because he didn't have much longer left to live. He determined that, in the 10 years he had left, there was no way for him to complete and activate Chaldeus. And so, to hasten its activation, he joined the Fuyuki Holy Grail War. The war was, to him, a shortcut. It would allow him to obtain the necessary resources without becoming indebted to rival families, or having to worry about financing and its inherent complications, Leave no traces. Nobody would be able to see what was coming. Thank you, caster. I knew you would understand. Cooperation will allow us to keep this ending our little secret. We can let the world think that Saber and their master won the Fuyuki Holy Grail War. Only a coward would cover this up. If I don't, the other lords will be able to get in my way. No matter what it costs, I'll complete the true Chaldeus and activate it. It will be necessary in order to secure humanity's future. By doing so, Professor Lev Shiba will not only be able to see the future, but the light of the past as well. In pseudo-spiritron projection, the ray shift theory will no longer be a theory. Why did the Age of Gods come to an end? Why has the foundation of humanity remained unstable since the advent of Anno Domini era? 80. Once the ray shift works, we'll be able to answer those questions. I knew this man was dangerous in a way unique to mages. Simply put, he lacked the sense of morality. But his burning passion and love for humanity were unwavering. I signaled my consent. This greater grail was not to be used to reach the root, but to grant one man's wish. Grant one's desire. How ironic. The end result is turning out to be just the kind of nonsense the original ritual's creator promised. I laughed in agreement, but only because I could tell that Malsbury's smile wasn't entirely genuine. What about you, Caster? Hey, don't tell me you forgot what the Einsburn said. The Holy Grail will grant the victor's wish. Both the master and servant have the right to ask for a wish. A wish for immense wealth, but what about you? What will you wish for? You can't change the past, but you can change how it is viewed today. Or would you like to be incarnated and live a second life? I froze. I never expected this question. I wish. I wish. Never had the freedom to ask for one. So I was about to say I didn't have one. No. I did. I can really wish for anything, Marisbury? Yes, anything but the life of Marisbury Animosphere. And the man who summoned you. Come now, Caster. No. Solomon, King of Mages, my contractor, my one and only friend. Knowing you, your wish will be the righteous one. Say it with pride. I don't know why it's still question mark. It's still Solomon. Like, we know it's Solomon now. I remember my lips rose up into a grin. And then the world went black. Ah, great. Are you asleep? Doctor? Did I fall asleep? I'm sorry, guys. I knew we're in a critical situation. We find the route to the singularity while Solomon's lurking. We barely have a day left. Making good progress. If our calculations are correct, Chaldea will make a contact with the final singularity in 4 hours. We'll begin the space-time fusion simultaneously with Master Stardust ray shift. As long as it's within 72 hours of the fusion, we can escape the singularity by purging the Eastern Research Wing. Transfer back to Chaldea Observatory normal time. December 31st, 2018. Actually, it's December 21st. Oh no, I dated the fucking commentary. Oh well. Everybody, take one last break then. You only have 4 hours, but get some sleep. Get some food, enjoy a nice chat, or leave some records behind. Anything. Do something to refresh and relax a little. I'll keep an eye on things while you do. Understood. If anything happens while we're gone, call us, Doctor. Alright. Time for the final stage. Been 10 years since I came to Chaldea. Seems like a long time, and yet not. Honestly, this doesn't feel real to me yet. Oh, there you are, Fu. When I think about it, you're a pretty strange creature too. Till Stardust came, you only showed yourself around MASH. What made you change your mind? I thought you were the kind of creature who feeds on humans, yet has no interest in them. Just like Merlin. Can we get a... Yep, Dick Wizard. I didn't get him. Not my temple. I didn't get anything. Well, I got imaginary around. I can't say I didn't get anything good. Yeah. Can't really understand what you're saying. I may be able to understand your back then. Probably did. Well, I have a hunch about what you're saying. Are you okay with this? Maggie Marie got mad at me over the internet too. She told me not to keep secrets anymore. Well, to be honest, I don't feel guilty. Can't explain my reasons. Besides, it still hasn't sunk in for me. Why did I come here to Chaldea? What was I doing before I did? It's all stuff I absolutely can't explain. Not even a little. If I told them I came here to protect humanity just because I felt like it, that would be pretty lame, right? Oh, but I can explain how I came to run the medical division at such a young age. Because I studied like any other person, of course. Competence is what got me this job. Come to think of it, I spent the last decade doing nothing but studying, researching, and investigating. One day I had a feeling that humanity was going to end. It was one of those bad dreams that people get sometimes. Eventually, I was forced to realize this feeling of mine was true. I had no way of denying it, yet no strength to make sure either. The only clue I had was that it would begin at Chaldea. I was filled with a sense of terror, and was compelled to do something. So, I've done everything I possibly could over the past decade. Like I was fleeing from this doom. Like I was running away, screaming. And I'm about to find out how this will end. I'm scared, but happy at the same time. Once this battle's over, I won't have to worry anymore. I can finally be free to do what I want with my time. Why are you whacking the data on the demon gods? Oh, I see. You're worried about Stardust, huh? As for who Solomon really is, well, I suppose I have some idea. Kingu was a really good sample case. I thought that Solomon who appeared in London was fake, but I didn't have any way to prove it. Heroic spirits have many aspects. That's why a single heroic spirit can manifest as a saber or a lancer, for instance. Hey, Diarmid. So even if the Solomon who was incinerated in humanity was a variation of on the one of the legends, it's still Solomon, the father of magecraft. If he is the real Solomon, Dea has no way to beat him. There were times when pessimism won out. I thought that this grand order would end with humanity's defeat. But now, I don't feel that way. If I'm right, that Solomon has one weak point. Just one. He's the real Solomon, and at the same time someone who's falsely claiming to be King of Mages. The void that Solomon can never reach. It scares me. What scares me isn't whether I can take advantage of that opportunity. What I'm going to be thinking when I reach that void. This is going to be a really big opening, I can already tell. I had a dream. Scene of a peaceful town. One I'd seen before. Orleans? Hey Mash, good to see you're doing well again today. I'm sure things will be quiet tomorrow too. Greylight, what are you doing with that shield? The city's the same as ever. There's no danger around. Oh god. That's right. We finally live in a utopia with no war, starvation, prejudice, or discrimination. There's no need to hate anyone, no need to fear anything, because we've been released from death. We've been released from the sorrows of life. We're happier now than we've ever thought possible. Life has no end. The world has no end. Tomorrow will never be worse than today. This is the bliss of eternity. I don't remember that NPC in the middle. No, I don't understand the happiness they speak of. Solomon, King of Mages. The image you show me only frightens me. Well, it broke through that fairly easily. Why does it frighten you? These people have been released from finite lives. The terror of death from all their worries. What you see is realistically a blessed world for humans taking form. Why would that frighten you, Mash? A promise tomorrow. A today that lasts forever. A life you needn't fear ending. That should be your salvation. I thought you, of all people, would understand how wonderful it is simply to live. No, I'm sorry. I don't know why you show yourself to me, but I can see that you're concerned about me. Which is why it pains me to deny you, but I must correct you when you are in the wrong. Very well. Then tell me, Mash. I'm interested in the conclusion you've reached. You mourn the end of life and speak of the beauty of the eternity. I'm sorry. I don't understand sorrow. I don't understand what's so great about eternity. Death is the end that comes to all living things. It's a natural part of life. You say there's no sadness because there's no death, but I don't think eternal life is happiness. Why? The people of this town are happy. Eternity is the happiness that humanity yearns for. No, that's a lie. Their smiles are wrong. Smiles are wrong. Are you saying that this state of satisfaction of freedom from all worries is a lie? Yes. Smiling is what gets you through sadness. Humans continue smiling because they know their time is limited. But the smiles in this world are different. They're just smiling because they're not afraid. Those are not smiles. They're just muscle memory. Joys of life belong to those who live in the moment. Solomon, King of Mages. That is my answer to the question you once posed me. I don't think anyone lives because they're scared of dying. We live because we simply want to live. We do our best to get through the day because we can't wait for tomorrow. Our journey is not about trying to avoid the endpoint of our lives we call death, but rather to pass through it. But please, do not take away our desire to live. Let's see. So that was the question the other me asked of you, Why do you fight? Why, knowing your life someday will end, knowing it's ended already? Why do you cling to life? Why, when you realize that there's nothing in your future that you can save? What you've just told me. That your answer? A shame. Truly a shame. Only those directly involved could be satisfied by such an answer. The demon god Floros spoke of you, of how a short-lived creature created by man lived her life. I have paid particular attention to you as a sample case. No more. I no longer care. There's no path to a longer life for you. You've rejected eternity, and so you shall die. So die like the trash you are, and take all of Chaldea with you. Die as one who clung to life, as a brave warrior who overcame many trials and perils. Why? Because that was what everyone was foolish enough to see you as. It's sad, really. In the end, you're nothing more than another powerless, ordinary human. Aight, my guy. Whatever you say. Time to wake up, though. Ah, that's us waking up. We probably saw the dream then. Maybe. Sorta. Hopefully. I mean, you know, we can see all this shit meta-wise, dramatic irony and all. But, how much of this are we actually seeing? Da Vinci here with your wake-up call. I figured you'd be getting up from your nap around now. Oh, no need to be any formal greetings. This call is just basically me talking to myself. The command room is ready. Now it's up to you and Master to begin the last order. But first, I have a request. It's less of a request and more of advice. I reviewed Mash's medical exams during the brief rest. I'll be blunt. Her body's at its limits, both in terms of her life and combat ability. She doesn't have long to live, and can only participate in one more major operation. I figured you needed to know, and Romani forced me to pass on the bad news. So anyway, Romani believed that it would be best not to tell her, but I disagree. For one thing, Mash most likely knows. It's, she's not dumb, but Romani's, like, not her, he's basically her dad. Like, maybe older brother at least, but, like, basically her dad. And he needs to realize that she's not as dumb as he thinks she is. That's it from me, then. I know this all comes moments before the battle to determine humanity's future, but that's that, and this is this. You've only got one brief moment before you head out to the command room. Spend it in a way you won't regret. See you in the command room. Ciao! Morning, Senpai. Did you just wake up too? Just took a nap and finished a physical checkup. If you're going to the command room, let me accompany you. Or would you like to go to the cafeteria and get a sandwich for some quick nourishment? I mean, yeah, it doesn't feel good regardless. I think it's natural to feel pressured. Feeling overwhelmed. My heart is racing. But I'm not worried. It's always been this way to me. From Fuyuki to ancient Mesopotamia, I was never confident I would be able to complete the mission. On the other hand, Senpai, even though you were more baffled than I was, you always managed to lead the way. No matter how much pressure I'm under, even if humanity's survival is at stake, as long as Senpai is my master, I'll never feel worried. Stardust, you're the best master Chaldea has. I'm very We're kind of the only one that we have right now, so it's like, yeah, you're my favorite kid when you're the only child. Like, yeah. There's not much competition going on right now. Because, like, all the masters that are still alive are still in cryogenic, you know, in the coffins. Cryogenic slumber. Because they were in critical condition. Actually, oh. Really? Thank you, but that's impossible. Ever since you took my hand as the command room was collapsing around us, I've exclusively been your servant. If you're going to fight, I want to fight too. Even it shortens the small amount of time I have left. Yeah, we already knew she knew. Yeah, and it's no reason for any extra concern. It's true that unlike others, I was born and raised in a special environment. I don't feel sad about my life so far. I know the doctor was worried about me, but I don't regret my life. Nothing sad has happened in it. If there's anything to be sad about, it would be that I won't be able to see what comes next. My life has been very happy. Everyone was very good to me. Even if I only have a few more months left to live, I want to be proud of what I do with them. Objection! Not at all. My life has been more than worth it. I mean, I never thought I'd set foot outside Chaldea. That never seemed possible for me. But you saved me. Thanks to you, I was able to see the outside world, see what color the sky was. My journey this past year has been a treasure to me, one I wouldn't give up for anything. So, I'm going on the final mission. Solomon said that life has no value. Human history is meaningless. That's wrong. I'll deny it with everything I have, even if someone's life is going to be lost and forgotten. I've learned on my journey that the lives of every human in history are what built the present that we live in now. It's true that I have no experience with life's sorrows. I don't understand the pain of the King of Mages speaks about. But I know the joys of life. Senpai, Dr. Roman, everyone at Chaldea, and all the worlds we've traveled through have taught me. So please, let me accompany you until the end. To prevent the incineration of humanity, to show the value of human life, and to retake our future. Alright. Time to go then. Alright. Right on time. Good morning, Stardust. Ash. Your physical and mental states both appear stable. The two of you in top condition. No, your mental state is a bit elevated compared to usual. Something good happened, Mesh? Yeah, I was lucky enough to run into Senpai in the hallway again today. Tactless, aren't you, Doc? No, not really. I was just taking your vitals. I'm your doctor, after all, and I have to be precise, so... Hey, what do you mean by tactless? You really, literally bump into each other or something? Did sparks fly? Oh, right. Here I am making my usual small talk. We're at the final stage. We need to stay focused and talk seriously. Master Stardust, Mash Kraylite. We finally identified the location of the King of Mages base, which we knew to exist outside the normal temporal axis. Chaldea will now make contact with the Singularity. The entire facility will enter enemy territory. We will ray shift into the enemy Singularity, but we'll also be physically connected to them. This will be different from our usual expeditions. Moving between Chaldea and the Singularity can only be done at the contact points. In other words, this is a surprise landing operation. Crazy like Normandy. Just Da Vinci! How's it going? Yeah, thanks for the lively response. Military regulations and dignity are no concern of mine. Well, I kinda saw that coming. Well, I'm gonna give up on being serious. Da Vinci, can you give us the briefing? Sure, leave it to me. Now, just like I said, this is a landing operation. That sets it apart from the other orders so far. There's no need to look for a grail. This mission itself is simple. We got things to do. 3 things to do. First, besiege the enemy temples. Second, defeat the King of Mages. And third, return from the enemy territory alive. Besiege the temple, huh? And then return alive. Yep. Thanks to Shiba's analysis, we know the basic layout of the enemy territory. This Singularity is its own little world. It's a conceptual universe. If Chaldeus is a miniature model of the Earth, then the enemy territory is a miniature model of the universe. Well, it's a universe with no other celestial bodies. On a human scale, it would be about the size of a single cell. What's interesting is that there's only a single life form in the universe, but we can ignore that for now. There's an incalculable amount of magical energy swirling around the center of the Singularity. That's definitely the King of Mages' throne. The throne will be your target, but the route connecting to it is currently blocked. That is to say, the temple gate is shut. Well, it's natural to protect the one seat of power. So first you're going to destroy all the surrounding areas and the enemy's territory. The enemy territory itself is actually a single massive life form, sending energy from the outer edges to the core. So once the outer edges are destroyed, the gate barring the way to the throne will shatter. Destroy the outer areas to cut off the flow of magical energy. That's why you talked about besieging the temple. That's right! Our analysis revealed that there are multiple bases inside enemy territory. If you destroy them or shut them down, the path to the throne should open. Then you defeat the King of Mages once he's exploded, and finally come back to Chaldea. You have to walk back though. Traveling via ray shift can only be done with the contract point, the entrance into the enemy territory. That's why it's a landing operation. This is gonna be a chore. Once the King of Mages is gone, the singularity will disappear. In other words, yeah, we're gonna have to... it's gonna be a complete collapse and we're gonna have to fucking sprint our asses back. No other way to get back. That's different than before. We never had to escape a collapsing battlefield. Didn't we have to? Well, we kinda had to in Fuyuki. Only kinda. That was more like the entire singularity was collapsing around us and we kinda had to... you know, some void shit got sucked into space, I think. I don't know, it was weird. It was also while I wasn't, like, totally aware of everything with Fate, so... I don't know. As soon as we've ray-shifted to return you to the coffins, Chaldea will return to a normal space. That's when the battle is truly over. Humanity and Chaldea will have won. Right, Romani? Of course. That's why we came all this way. Enter the enemy singularity and destroy the 7 bases. Reach the throne to the heart and defeat Solomon. Afterwards, escape the collapsing throne and return to Chaldea via the contact point. That's the mission. Any questions? Yeah, let's get a little bit more information on that. Oh, actually, there's probably no reason to go into it, but I'll tell you anyway. You remember Fuyuki's Greater Grail? The magical reactor core that caused Fuyuki Holy Grail War? It was originally made from the dissected body of a certain mage. The greatest of geniuses, the greatest of miracles. This mage had her magical circuits removed and used as the basis for the system. This was a special case of turning the small system that is a human body into a real universe. And this singularity is similar. It's a small universe made from the magical circuits of a certain mage. A reality marble that can exist outside of temporal axis for as long as it has magical energy. That is the true nature of Solomon's base. That's why we had to call it this. The Grand Temple of Time. Reality Marble, Solomon. Oh, Fu knows shit too. How pathetic. Looks like I'm the only one who has to be mentally prepared. But that's coming to an end right now. The look on your face, Stardust, it's cheered me up. As the acting director of Chaldea, I order you to enter the coffins. There's only a little time left. Chaldea reaches 2019, everything will be over. We won't be able to restore humanity. This battle began with defeat. Solomon wiped out the entirety of mankind before anyone knew what happened. This is the greatest murder plot in human history. Solomon has been carefully planning this out since his death in 931 BC. Please put an end to the absurd scheme. Prove that an endeavor as hollow as Solomon simply needs to go up in flames without anyone ever knowing about it. Be a little bit more respectful. Yep, leave it to us, Dr. Omen. Senpai and I will return to Chaldea, I promise. Glad to hear it. Knowing you two, you won't lose to Solomon. Now, let's begin our final order. Initiating Ray Shift program. The enemy is Solomon, King of Mages. The mission objectives are to destroy him and return alive. Then, time to start. Final order. Also, that was a long-ass beginning. That was like half an hour, or a little bit under. I'm, like, losing track. Oh, what the fuck is this? Ah, yes, dash. That's a really important one. Anyway, I'm kind of losing track of how much time we've been streaming, only because of the fact that I didn't get to start right at 2 a.m. like I wanted to, because, you know. Thanks. Wow. Oh, that's pleasant. And I love to jam out to this, and I'm sure I'll get some more time to do that at some other point. Now, go ahead and take on whatever this is. We also have the bond system to work with here, so we're going to be wanting to deal with... You know? We're going to be wanting to work with as many bond 10 servants as we can. Basically, it's like a 20% growth for everything after 5 or something like that. It's like 20, 40, 50, 75. I don't know. It explained it right there, but that's the basics of it. Don't really know what's in this, and I don't feel like pulling up Cyanopedia, so let's go ahead and bring out the fucking man. Bond 10 Herc. There's not really much you can compete with that. But some of our bigger competitors here are going to be Mash, since she already has... I hate the first boss of this place. It's a piece of shit. Oh, okay. We're going to want to deal with more of our... Let's see if we can filter by bond level. Where's bond level? There we go. On level, descend. There we go. That's what we wanted. This is going to be our big one. We have Tomacat at rank 90. Is there anything else we can bring along? I guess Mordred. And this will be probably our team for the most part, except for some more specific stuff. Like I'll probably bring Casco to some stuff and other things like that. But yeah, this will be the most of it. Let's go ahead and set this up. I want to set multi-select on Imaginary Around, since I just got that. I need to level that up as well, but I'll do that off stream. There we go. And Black Rail, why not? It's nice. Anything else I want to bring up? I think that should be good. Alright. Let's go ahead and get Imaginary Around and then jump right in. Because that's going to be... Oh, no. I'm still on that. Whoops. There we go. 25% crit base, or quick up. And we have... Give her the Buster. That way she can just have fucking Buster memes for days. And those two... Oh, wait. I guess we can stick with... the Evergreen. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Because this team cost is just a little bit too much. It's not the same, but it's a little bit better. Maybe we should give her Imaginary Element just to... Nah, let's focus on that. We can change CEs if we want to later. And then we can give you Buster's meme crits. Alright. It's time! Sector of Beasts. Probably gonna have to deal with story quite a bit too, so see how much of there is between now and when we can actually jump right into the raids. I know a lot of people are probably just skipping over stories so they can get right over to the raids and then read the story later, which I probably should be doing in all honesty, but first reactions matter. Ooh, I remember this. This was the... Wasn't this from Babylonia? Clairvoyance reveals all the horrible truths of past and the future. I, as king, cannot turn a blind eye. We simply lack the ability to turn a deaf ear. How ugly. Ugly, 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 yeah. We are forced to witness the horrors of this world. The revolting and the hideous are forced onto us, burned into our memory. The only sensible thing to do is rectify this repulsive state of being. But how? Even if we were to eradicate their filth, humans would simply create more. The very premise is wrong. As long as life exists, we can fix nothing. It must be redone. That is the only option. Everything must be redone and perfected right from the beginning. What must be erased is not merely history, nor the ecosystem, nor the continents, nor time itself. We must begin from true nothingness. Our plan was to recreate this planet from the beginning. In order to do so, considerable resources are required. We need a truly massive amount of fuel. For example, the massive amount of energy generated by incinerating all life on this planet. But a one-time harvest will not be enough. We'll need to draw from the planet, the present and the future. The past, the present, and the future of the whole world. 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 month, 1 year. Energy generated in each of these time spans will be harvested going backwards in time. That should work. 3,000 years worth of the planet's most potent energy. Once it's collected, bound, and controlled, our task can be accomplished. Our kindred, the portents, we scattered across the land. We write here our indignation. We shall leave a path for our kin who follow us behind us. Build up a temple, pile the bands of light. We need every existing resource to destroy humanity. We need every second of eternity to forget humanity. Seek the way to the final singularity. There you shall find us, on the throne of the King of Mages. Something. Oh, hey. One of these, fire. Yep, we're all good. Race shift successful. But we encountered strange interference we've never experienced before. That image was... Yep, the same one we saw in Babylonia. The one that was given to us by Gil from the scroll, or the tablet. Spirit origin that doesn't fall under any of the 7 classes. The Beast of Calamity, known as one of the evils of humanity. The reading I'm getting throughout the entire space is Beast class. Well, that's great. You got that right. Looks like you've wisened up a bit, Chaldea. The fact that you were lucky enough to make it past the 7th singularity is an accomplishment worthy of praise from me. Well, how's it going? We haven't seen you since fucking Okeanos, I think. Was that the last time, or was it fucking was it Septum? It's been a while. How's it going, Lev? You are a piece of work. Did I say hi? It's been a while. There's really no need for greetings, or for us to catch up. I know your battles with the other demon god pillars went. Impressed to see an experience. We fought you! Septum, okay, that's why. As soon as I said Okeanos, I realized that it was Septum. It may surprise you to know that I'm very well acquainted with the subtleties of human nature. That's why I can admire Stardust's effort. Honestly. Your persistent survival is hideous. Makes me sick. Why can't you just lie down and die? It's so simple, anyone should be able to manage it. Professor Lev, I'll not ask you why you're alive. There is one thing I do want to know. When you approached Director Olga Mary, was your intent to destroy Chaldea and humanity even then from the very beginning? Such a mash question. There must be something else you'd like to ask. Must have been on humanity's side, at least in the beginning. Surely Levliner was originally an honest man. He must have been seduced by the King of Mages at some point, isn't it that? I want to know too, Professor Lev. You were working for Chaldea before I even joined. The foundation of humanity could not be restored solely with Chaldeus. It was Sheba, which you developed, that allowed us to get this far. It's hard to believe that you've been working for Solomon from the very beginning. Yeah, it's hard to believe you were able to deceive me for 4 years. When did you become a demon god pillar? Oh my, what a pleasant surprise. Romani Archman, and you too, Madame Da Vinci. What familiar faces. Never expected to chat with you guys again. You're all concerned for my reputation. Rather human rights. You seem to be so preoccupied with things like that. That's unnecessary. Do you want to know when I started serving the King of Mages? Yeah. Beginning 3,000. Yeah, because, you know, demon god pillar. Lineages destined to birth a demon god pillar in hundreds of years, in 500 years, or even in 1,000 years later. I just happened to be at one designated for 2018 AD. We are like seeds planted in the ground. An original order, handed down through generations of mages. A certain way of being must be protected absolutely. Our grand order is the rule that the King of Mages created for this very moment. While human mages establish their own principles and theories and pass them down to their descendants, we, whose power was born of the King of Mages, survived through the generations until the designated time. We etched our curse into the genes to host the demon god pillars, continued our lineage until our appointed era of arrival. And in 2017, at the point where I awakened, as the last designated demon god pillar, your history came to an end. All necessary resources had been collected, but you Chaldeans insisted on surviving. Why? What made you do that? Did I miscalculate somewhere? No, that's not it. It was because an imposter managed to slip past my watchful gaze. Am I right, Romani Archman? Seems I underestimated you. Or maybe you were playing the fool in front of me so things would turn out the way they have. If so, that's really a shame. I thought we were friends. Medicine and sorcery. We may not have walked the same path, but at least I showed respect for your good nature and vain efforts you were making. Of course not. No way you could have detected Romani's nature. After all, he didn't trust anyone around him until I was summoned to Chaldea. What? Romani may be an ordinary person, but on one certain matter, he demonstrated more patience than any genius could. I don't know the reason. I don't even know who the enemies are. There's no guarantee that it's even going to happen. Threw his entire life away, believing in the crisis of mankind. He only saw it in a dream. He continued to wait, believing that something that couldn't possibly happen would in fact occur. He couldn't let his enemies know that he'd noticed, so he couldn't tell his allies either. Since he didn't know how to prepare for that moment, all he could do was study everything he possibly could. That's how Romani Archman spent more than a decade in a hell of his own creation, where he could not rest even for a moment. Such man would never show his true nature, even to a friend. This fool kept telling himself that he was worthless trash, or scum, or something like that. You think so? I don't think I'm that self-deprecating. Of course, I kept an eye on his suspicious behavior. That's why I made a move to kill him with the command room explosion. But even that failed because that master had intervened. Oh yeah, because we were fucking talking. Yeah, we were just shooting the breeze. Yeah, we were talking. Our king is tied up right now. Final calculations will be done in a few hours. Normally, I would ignore you all, but this is a good opportunity. I'll tidy up my own loose ends right here. You have absolutely no chance of making it to the throne, and I will prove that right now. Yeah, Floros, one of the 72 demon gods. I was caught by surprise last time, but I'm full of energy today. Yeah. Welcome back, Floros. How's it going? It's been a minute, like I said, since, you know, Septum. Alright. And yeah, I mean, we have the boy with us. We have the boy who took on fucking a whole bunch of them back in America. We're fine. And didn't we fought like 5, we fought a whole bunch of them back in London too. Kind of gotten used to dealing with them. When was we didn't have to fight? Did we have to? We fought Arama. That's right. But we didn't have to fight one in Babylonia. Actually, was that the only singularity after Septum that we didn't have to fight a demon pillar? We had to fight one in Septum. We had to fight one in. Did we have to? Yeah, we fought one in Okeanos. We fought one in London. We fought one. We fought multiple in London, and we fought multiple, or multiple got fought. Oh well. Alright. Time to start this up. Go ahead and just use this shit right away. The bond is really nice. Finally beat him. Nice job, Azure. It's a 2-turn. This is a 3-turn. I think am I still in Plug Suit? Yeah, I am. Okay. Just want to be doing as much damage as we can as fast as we can. The main worry we gotta worry for is basically Tomacat, because while she's my most bonded by far, it's not gonna help all too much because we've just gotta worry with the fact that her durability is absolutely trash. I mean, Hercure is gonna have the most durability out of most of them. Certainly are, because he's a dick. Might be able to survive for a little bit. We'll be able to have Tomacat and survive until the next round, which is nice. Hey, and we can even get her a Brave Chain, which is great. Ow! First layer of guts. Second layer of guts. Should probably apply that next layer of guts and hope for the best because Herc is about to go down here in a second. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Oh wow, that. Oh, does that not work if you already have guts applied? I actually am not too sure on that. Go ahead and give him a round of invul because that's what we can hope for. I'm gonna hope he gets enough from other shit. Because if we can get him 9 lives out there, then we'll be good. We'll be really good. Can we get a crit on this? Damn it. Charge up. Close. Go ahead and get this charged so we can go ahead and get 9 lives for Herc. And we'll be... I don't know what its overcharge effect does. Ooh, never mind, never mind. You are definitely getting that. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do 9 lives. Buster Chain. I wanted to see if I can incorporate this somehow, but yeah, he likes to do that move twice in a row when he has 1 to 2 ticks and then blast you out of nowhere. That's fine. It's not all too worrying. Alright. Thank you. Very cool, Herc. I'm gonna get a lot of bond points for this too, but I don't, like I said, I don't really want to focus on bond points at all. Just want to focus on going straight through it. I have a couple people that might be useful to get in there, but it's pointless. Everything you do is pointless. Yeah. Not doing the laugh. Can't be. Demon God Pillar has reappeared. Wasn't restored or healed. An entirely new Floros was born. Yeah, the Demon God Pillars is kinda, you know, everything here. Think at us from the outside. The second reactive theory unit has sustained over 60% damage. Lost the northern observation room. Detecting excessive pressure in the observatory dome. T-minus 5 minutes until collapse. Hey, I remember that. If the dome is destroyed, we won't be able to hold the command room. Aldea will enter a form state and be swallowed up by the Temple of Time. Due to Spiritron computing efficiency will have fallen out of Qualia Zone? We're losing reactive theory strength. Cut off all power to the external facilities. Reroute everything to Caldeus and the reactive theory units. We need to maintain the command room's function. Leonardo, what about the resources you have saved up in your workshop? Transfer them to the Spiritron calculation supercomputer. My secret stash should cover it. This will all be futile. The attackers are the Demon God Pillars. Yeah, it's kind of like the ground is kind of made out of them. Look at that shit. 6, 7, 8. 8 Demon God Pillars have wrapped themselves around Chaldea. I could fight directly, but I'll be able to take out maybe 1 at best. And that won't solve the problem at hand. We need to destroy the singularity before Chaldea gets smashed to smithereens. Yeah, that's impossible. I'm immortal. We're inexhaustible. The entire space is us. Hey, there's gonna be a lot of them. Ugh, that is not a pretty picture. More Demon God Pillars. No, these are... Yes, we are the 72 Demon Gods, and they are us. You killed me, but what of it? There will always be 72 Demon God Pillars, no matter what you do to us. As long as the throne exists upon this land, our number will never decrease. If you want to kill me, then you'll have to eradicate all 72 of us. But what chance do you have of that? Where is your army? There's nothing on Earth that can stand up against us. You haven't caught us, you've merely thrown yourselves into your own graves. You're like moths to a flame. I commend your enthusiasm. Not getting any transmissions from Chaldea. What should we do now? Ugh. You have to kind of push forward. I underestimated you. I see you still have the guts to meet your enemy's gaze. That's enough. I understand you don't know when to give up. That might have worked up until yesterday. The last master. The last human, Stardust. We have the utmost respect for you. You were supremely entertaining. We laugh at your resistance in the first singularity. We laugh at your zeal in the second singularity. We laughed at your adventure in the third singularity. We laughed at your quest in the fourth. We laughed at your advance in the fifth. We laughed at your survival in the sixth. In the seventh singularity. Well, that wasn't very pleasant. It was a poor show. Not the least bit entertaining. Let's just forget it entirely. In any case, your fight has been truly amusing, and the fact that it was utterly pointless makes it even better. You fought all this way, and it was worthless. You fought up until now, and even still, your end will be utterly pathetic. It's been a spectacular show. Thank you, and goodbye. Chaldea will meet its end here and now. Well, that sucks. We gonna do anything? Maybe. No. Hey, that's the kind of dialogue that you have right when you have a bad end in Fate Stay Night or Fate Extra. You can't say that shit. Come on now. This battle was a long journey that took you back through human history. Oh, this is a new track. However, you never once felt a despair. Hey, I thought we weren't playing Danganronpa. That's not for like another few weeks. That's because you had so many encounters on that journey. Even if this entire planet became the battleground for the Holy Grail War. Even if everything on this land had turned to eternal ruinous grounds. Even if countless powerful enemies stood in your way at the end of your journey. You never gave up. You looked forward knowing your fate had not been decided yet. This is no different. Now let the battles begin, Master. Wasn't this meant to be a story about us to take back our future together? Hey, we're eliminating some. Don't know who's doing it. What's going on? Why isn't Stardust gone? Why does Chaldea still exist? Why are our bodies crumbling? The bonds we forged! All 8 demon god pillars have been destroyed. We did it. Way to go, Da Vinci. You're amazing. What trick did you have up your sleeve this time? Should have let us know that you had such a powerful secret weapon. Oh, that wasn't me. That was... Primates have flourished for thousands of years. The age of the gods have ended, and through time, mankind has become most prosperous beings on Earth. And so we shaped the future of this planet and inscribed its history on the surface. For that, we nurtured knowledge, produced many resources, and saw countless lives reincarnated. A map to prolong mankind's survival, and to ensure its everlasting prosperity. In the other words of Magecraft, this is called humanity. Those at Chaldea have been charged to protect it. Is this a dream? Are my sensors broken? There's summoning spells being activated all over the singularity. There's no catalyst, no summoners. They're materializing autonomously, following the threads of the fate that intertwine when you cross paths. And 30 spirit origin signatures, and they're still increasing. This is... I know that banner! Can't be too meta here. It's... Oh, hey, Aura. Or God Bale, sorry. Eastern Terminal Nerve System aflame. Number of enemy servants rising. Everyone is here. Western Autonomic Nerves damaged. 24 enemy servants confirmed. Inconsequential. No matter how many of them there are, they're just extensions of man. They're no colony like us. They must live separately and fight individually. Destroy them. Eliminate them. Remove them. Mere servants are no match for us. I cannot see anything that would be capable of destroying the 72 demon... Eastern Terminal Nerve System destroyed. Demon gods 1 through 8 cannot maintain nominal values. And there goes Bale. Gap. Western 26 to 33 cannot maintain the nominal values. Nominal. Left and right. Base and thoracic? Thoracic? What's going on? Why are we being overpowered? How are humans who rejected mutual understanding fighting together like this? Because we're friends! It's true that we are life forms who are obsessed with self-interest. And it's no different as a heroic spirit. In fact, it's because we're heroic spirits that we can't abandon our convictions. But there's one human who believes in us. A human who still believes that we are heroes, even after meeting so many heroic spirits and witnessing so many battles. What heroic spirit could ignore that call? Oh Lord, I shall raise my flag once again for the salvation of a nation. Nay, for the salvation of this world. Hey, Jean! How's it going? Hear me, heroic spirits, mighty warriors who have gathered here. Though we may be rivals or from completely different eras, we must stand together now. Not to prevent the incineration of humanity, but to open up a path for our contractor. My true name is Jean d'Arc. In the name of the Lord, I shall become your shield. Yeah, everyone's here. It's just gonna go through all of them, aren't they? Yeah, they're the servants. This is amazing. Just keep on coming. No idea why, either. Maybe they were able to get in because the singularity exists outside of time? Oh, it doesn't matter. Among the heroic spirits you met on your journey, the heroic spirits who fought alongside you, there are some who planned only to lend their powers for a short while. Yet they've all come to help you out. This is a sight so rare you could live 1,000 lifetimes and never see it again. The servants' attacks are pinning the demon gods in place, or pinning, sorry. Every single one of the 72 demon gods have been engaged. We can eliminate them now. Once an open path to the center, Stardust. We only have a little time left. Does that open the raids for us? Hope to see a little. I was hoping to see a little bit more, but maybe we'll see them as the story progresses. Yep. There it is. There's the first. Which is a saber node. Oh wow, we have access to a whole bunch of... I'm not going to focus on that though. I'd rather focus on people. Other people. Because I'm sure they have they probably have like what's it called? It's Bond 10 or something, but I much rather prefer working on everything. I wonder how many sections we have to work through till we get to the raid battles, actually. Activate. The 9 pillars that govern the melting furnace. Zepar, Bortis, Botham, Salos, Person, Marax, Ipos, Am. We 9 pillars know sound. We 9 pillars weave song. In the name of the 72 demon gods, our luminous torch shall never be extinguished. Yep, time to take them on. Oh, can't be optimistic. Hey, Jean. Is it just gonna be... We're gonna be going through all of them, basically. Hey, Siegfried. Sorry it took so long. I must express my incredible respect for your prowess and bravery. I'm sure you're all capable of overcoming this trial on your own, but allow me to assist you. We'll hold this sector. Sector of Stardust of Chaldea. We await your command. Demon gods are nothing compared to that horrible witch. And what if she was assisting us? Come on now. Don't say that. Oh, hey, Marie. It's nice to see you not being killed. And it's been a while since I actually used it. What's up, my homies? Again! Come now, Amadeus and Sanson. Pay your respects. No, I'm too ashamed to show myself. I'm happy you're just helping behind the scenes. You're so uptight. It's too late for me fighting over appearances now. What's done is done. There's no point in brooding over an unpopular concert. Don't you know that the memories of the masses are malleable? If you give your spectacular performance now, your past mistakes will be forgiven. Mostly. Yeah, pretty much. Like, she pretty much... Well, I mean, she already did that kind of in Orleans, but, like, she doubles down on it in the future. Like, with events involving the two of them. I mean, even Christmas that just passed was like that. In that case, show me your so-called responsibility. It caused quite a bit of trouble for Stardust in France. Being a mere stagehand is not enough. Step onto the stage, and step on the center stage and work 10 times harder as penance. Besides, this is a battle to save people. Surely that's 1,000 times better than standing on an execution stage. Insolent wretch, must you always have the final word? Please help us! Stop fighting! Well, I suppose that's irrelevant in that moment now. We don't have the time for a chit-chat just now. You ready? We should exterminate the demon gods together. Truth be told, I actually have a bit of connection to these things. But fortunately, I had not the slightest interest in aligning with those 72 demon gods in any way. I had long since sold my soul to music. Someone must have become Amdusius instead of me. Or perhaps... Is it Amadeus? Such a gentle, tender look. It's nothing. Merely recalling a past miracle. Well, Stardust, let us sound the drums of war. This is shaping up to be quite the battle, but we have plenty of time to help with this. Or help this time. Let us finish off the preludes so that we may hurry on to the next venue. Alright, let's do it. This is gonna be like, we're fighting all clumps. I'm guessing like we have 7 singularities. If we do... Yes, we have 7... Well, no. I was gonna say 7 times 8 is 72, but it's not. That's 7 times... That's 8 times 9. Dead. So... What was 77 divided by... I don't know. I'm thinking about this. Melting Furnace. Each one of these things get their own fucking unique name. Cool. How unique. I wonder if he did the rank up quest. Actually, yeah, he did. Okay. Don't do that yet. Alright. Now that we're fully loaded on our buffs, let's go ahead and strike. Should be able to do quite a bit of damage with this because of all the buffs that we have on. Yep. What is that buff sound effect? I don't like it. Ow. Ironically, not doing that much damage to us. Generating MP pretty fast, actually. It's really weird that... I mean, I guess it's in character. I was gonna say, it's really weird that Gil has a skill that lets... Do these things count as divine? Actual question. Go ahead and get Gander on him. Hopefully it doesn't block it. Okay, good. We should... Well, we're gonna be able to get... We're gonna be able to get, what's it called? MP chain from this. Fortunately, we don't have charisma anymore, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. Various wasn't fought in any of these singularities. Huh. Weirdly enough, I don't think they do count as demonic. Huh. Well, I don't think these things... I wonder if these things count as heaven or earth. I don't know. I don't think a new militia is going to be super effective against them, ironically. It's funny to me, you know, Gil's like the servant killer, but like, against regular mobs, like, it's good, but it's not like the best thing in the world. Like, Arjuna regularly does like better on damage performance with Pashpada. Just hit raid stuff. How many did you have to go through? Well, there goes that. You have to go through one for each of the singularities. Barbados is ahead by like several degrees, yeah. Just this node? Okay, good. I only care about him staying 100% alive. Ooh, nice crit. Can we get another crit on that, please? Ah, damn it. Holy fuck, that took a long time. Also, that Arjuna with like the no damage taken on that whatsoever. That was funny. This should be able to kill. Alright. Come on, graceful exit, please. Thank you. Come on, I want to get to Barbados! I want to get to Barbados! Mm-hmm. I'm guessing, well, no, anybody that's starting it this early, except for like people that are in Europe or... Oh god, I didn't realize how long this node was. Shoot. Oh, Lucy. I'm sorry. Unless you were like hardcore, like going hard on these, going hard, there was no way that he was going to be able to get, Ishtar to on rank 10. That means he's not going to be able to use him, or use her much. That's unfortunate. Because, like, you know, he loves Ishtar. Alright, I think more accurately, he loves Rin. Okay, do we just have to fight this thing like multiple times? That's fine if we do. Making it do with my team at 5 to 6, so yeah, I'm more talking like Lucy's. I mean this in no disrespectful way whatsoever, but Lucy's more to the you know, the more efficient. I don't think it's offensive to say, yeah, he's kind of a whale. So like he's definitely gonna be the type of person to be going like hard in efficiency department. So I'm sure he has plenty of like Bond 10 people and everything. So. Because you're going to be able to do fine with Bond 5 to 10, or 5 to 6, rather. And that's perfectly fine. As long as he follows the same pattern that he did last time and do... Oh, nope. Well, fuck me for expecting a pattern, I guess. Let's go ahead and just pop both of these things in. He doesn't have the defense up that he did last time, though, so we'll be able to do a little bit more consistent damage with this. Oh, I almost wish that I hadn't done that because I want the Buster Chain, that way we can get the damage up, but oh well. It's really weird to me that Gil has a, like I was saying earlier, that he has a crit star gather rate up skill, considering he's already an archer, so he wouldn't really need it all too much. Almost. Oh no, whatever will I do? Barbados bully mode activate, yeah. Welcome to the team of Bully Barbados. It's soon. I can feel it. I have to get there by 4 AM. I'm gonna be going pretty hard until like late, or I should say early in the morning. Even though East Coast fucks me, but I'll be fine. I'll just get a little. I'll cut that. I can cut back on sleep. That won't be too big of a deal. Then I'll get all my shit done early tomorrow. Maybe I'll go get a coffee or something. Not tonight, but later on. Oh shit, do we not have another one that's Bond rank 10? Well, guess I'll have to update the list. And still failed to get one. Wow. Oh, there. Let's get a Bond rank 10 Emmy. Fuck it. He won't offer as much in support, but at the same time, he'll be able to more consistently work with the team that I have. Since we'll be able to get our MPs a lot faster. And he'll be a more consistent star generator than Gil will. But Gil's really good at like doing stars, but Emmy will also be able to do really well in that department. You are just getting a bit more annoying than anything else. Increase critical star drop rate and critical strength. Now let's wait for that. And let it begin. You know what's one thing that always really bothered me about this game? Not in like, oh, like I hate the game for it or anything, but it's always really stood out to me. It's the fact that like some servants are very clearly like like their audio are very clearly recorded in like higher degree, or like not higher quality, but like some servants are louder than others. That's basically it. Like it definitely sounds like Emius louder than Arjuna here. And I always think that's funny. Ow. Laying it on hard here. Not even wanting to poor Tomacat get her own first MP. For shame, for shame. Yeah, this team is too arts focused, so we're not too art focused, but like we're not gonna be. Oh, I can use that. I forgot to use. Oh well, we're still gonna be doing really good damage with this. Also, it's really funny to me that we're starting off with the boy. Doing less damage, but that's because we couldn't get as many buffs this time. This is more of a singular focused. Like each one's kind of doing their own thing rather than working as cohesion. Except Mash. Mash always is a support bot. One doesn't spam its charge move as much. Its charge move has a dick move where it increases its attack by a lot. Oh. Made it to the raid. Congrats, man. Okay, next round should be enough to kill it. Yeah, this will be it. Yeah, that'll be enough. Especially with that crit. I didn't realize that I had 90 crit. I'm really looking forward to the update where it they calculate like the star rate of the critical rate of each card before you even go into the hand. That'll be really nice. Like it comes with the back button, but I'll still really enjoy it regardless. Has this dude just been dropping a whole bunch of voids dust for me? Yeah, yes. I'll take it. I'll take the dust. I will very gladly take the dust. Alright. Oh, story only time. This is the last one before the raids, though. This cannot be. I was unaware of any predictive future matching this. What has the command terminal been doing? Impossible, impossible, impossible! This intrusion was not from incompetence. For the 9 of us to be overpowered by a ragtag group of heroic spirits, there must be some flaw in our design. Oh, hi. Oh dear, turning a blind eye to one's immaturity is unsightly. You're not one to talk. It has nothing to do with command terminal or whatever that is. Yohime will go to the ends of the earth and the ends of the universe if it's for my dear master. Such as a deed is only proper to demonstrate for a pure maiden's love. Yeah, truly unsightly. Blaming your superiors for your own inadequacy? You really need to rebuild yourselves from the ground up. And you're not one to talk. First of all, having 71 backup dancers looking like you is unthinkable. That's so out of touch. When you're out from center stage, you can't whine. Be more like our master over there. You're out of your mind trying to take on my puppy. You're still wet behind the ears. It would be easier if they had a change of heart, but it seems they had no heart to begin with. Still, I am slightly surprised and oddly touched. Even Elizabeth, the dragon girl, an evil anti-hero, has the conscience to try and reform herself. Yeah, dragons. Dragons can be complicated creatures, Georgios. Also, isn't it about time you get the idea that all dragons are evil out of your head? Evil or not, a wholehearted duel. I mean, a wholehearted conversation will lead to mutual understanding. See, so that's a persistence that I lacked. Even that wicked dragon Fafnir couldn't give up his lust for treasure. I'd have been able to come to an understanding. I hadn't been as kind as you, my lady. I wonder if things would have ended differently. No, the answer's no. You should cultivate a better sense of judgment of character. Pardon me. I slipped out even though we were in the middle of battle, but I was compelled to interject. Perhaps Sir Siegfried should give himself a bit more credit for his achievements. I never suggest taking a page from that degenerate musician's book, but at least try to have Sanson's objectivity. Nice. Hold it. You're going to criticize me. Please do it when I'm out of earshot. As you can see, my heart's fragile, like Venetian glass. That's it. I'm tired and I want to go home. Don't mind him, Dion. Amadeus just wants to make excuses for his own debauchery. He's a brute who doesn't care about whether his reputation is good or bad. Just a deviant who only gets excited by music superior to his own. Don't fucking smile about that, Samson. You didn't have any part in that roast. I'm not smirking. That was a look of pity. So how about more fighting and less flip-flapping? Lip-flapping, yeah. You fed it pop. Yep, kill him, kill him. Oh, hey, Vlad. It's been a while. Actually, Halloween, yeah. But this stakes obscured 20,000 soldiers. But who knew the time would come when I would run out? It's natural for maggots to breed in rotten meat. Aren't there too many here? All people I never thought I would hear Count Vlad complain. Aren't you enjoying the picturesque carnage? Why not reveal your true nature, Count Dracula? Don't you want to show off the real power of your lance to the master? As malicious as always, vampires? At least you don't want for diligence. You work hard at the role you've been taking on, so vigorously wielding the Iron Maiden of yours. I was a fool to worry about the opinion of others. We stand at the end of humanity. This is no time to fret over reputation. If they want a vampire, then I shall show them a true monster. Oh yeah, was Phantom in Orleans and I just forgot about him? Like, legitimately. Oh Christine, sing for me, fall from grace, and then, yes, return to the surface for me. You're worthy of light. We dead souls will take on all the filth. Fuck! Oh, hey, Gills. And we're gonna have both of them here. It's just gonna be like these two, and then it's gonna have like Jalter and Gills, cast Gills. Saint War Order. 2 MPs. Really? I don't remember. Was he one of the ones that were berserkified? I honestly don't remember anything about Phantom in Orleans at all. Melting, rebooting, expelling enemy servants. You guys feel like holding this for a minute? No matter how many we defeat, the numbers aren't decreasing. Looks that way. As long as we don't destroy their roots, these creatures won't die. But we can make them weaker. As long as they are continuously defeated and forced to regenerate, the demon gods can do nothing. Yep. The supply of magical energy from the sectors of the central throne is stopped. That means that at the last, these 9 pillars can't return to their central throne. And there's only one thing for us to do. The demon gods regenerate infinitely. We will continue to suppress them as long as our strength holds out. Clear that path to the throne. Members of Chaldea, please go before us. May the Lord bless and protect you on that path. Yep. Take care. It's time to get our raid on.